What's up, B2? This is Carbonite, and back again for some more Dragons of Legend because two new cards have been released that I am especially happy for. Um, I talked about this a little bit in my other video, but it turns out that the hand archetype is actually becoming real, and it's going to be awesome. Love it. Anyways, so we'll start with the two cards that are now confirmed for Dragons of Legend. The first of which is Magic Hand. Is a Dark Spellcaster effect, level 4, 800 attack, 1600 defense. And its effect is when your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, except by drawing, except during the damage step, because, whatever, you can send that card to the graveyard, and if you do, inflict 800 points of damage to your opponent. And this effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. So, as for its effect as a whole, it's really not that great, but it's a hand card, so hands, yeah, I guess. But anyways, hands aren't really a good archetype. Even in the anime, they're not that great. But this card isn't really that great. I mean, Mistake is just better. Ride Together is better. And, it's very weak. And its anime effect is pretty much the same, except it only applies to spell cards. So again, no matter where you're looking at this from, Magic Hand really isn't that good of a card. But it's dark for, BLS. So anyways, the next card that is now in Dragons of Legend, this is Prominence Hand. It is a fire attribute, pyro effect, level 4, 600 attack, 2000 defense. And its effect is if you control Magic Hand, Fire Hand, or Ice Hand, you can special summon this card from your hand. Oh, how many hands are in there? 4. And its anime effect is if you control a Pyro monster, you just special summon it. So it's better in the TCG now because before it would only apply to basically Fire Hand. Although I kind of miss this effect because now you can't use it in Pyro decks because it's only going to be used in a hand deck. And of course, it is to be used in with all the other hands, which are, in fact, level 4, so that you can go for 106, which, again, is not a very good card. I guess I could bring it up real quick, this is 106. This is the boss monster of the hand archetype. It's really, really a pretty bad monster. Only 2000 attack, 2000 defense. And it only negates monster effects. It only negates the effects of one monster, and it just really overall is not that good. And the whole hand archetype is not going to be good. Magic Hand, I'll bet you nobody's going to use it. Prominence Hand, yeah, someone's going to make a hand deck. If no one makes a hand deck, if anything, I will make a hand deck because hands are awesome. I guess that sounds a little weird. Anyways, let's go into a couple hand traps because this video is so short. This is hand power. It is you banish one hand monster from your graveyard, target one face-up monster you control, and its attack gets double. So this card is a pretty decent card. I guess we'll go through the whole ritual that I go through. This card will probably have its effect if it's in Dragons of Legend, although I highly doubt that hands are going to get any more support outside of these 4 monsters. But it'd be nice to see some hand traps. But this one is pretty decent. I mean, hand, especially with this, you have to detach 2, so that really gives you an easy access to hand monsters in the graveyard. And then doubling the attack is pretty good. Even with this, it's 4000. Which is the most powerful hand monster as of right now, except for C106. And doubling that would be 52. So, it's just... And second hand trap is hand block. And then when you would take damage while you control hand monster, damage becomes 0. There are plenty of other trap cards like this. Not that great. Even in the hand archetype, it's better to use some other effects. Because honestly... You need to control a hand monster, so that's kind of blows. Damaging Hand. When a player draws a card while they control no monsters, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each. This card really is only good like first turn because hand monsters can't really get rid of the field. So again, it could probably have this effect unless they want to make it better. No. And Erosion Hand Forest, which is just really weird. And then during your standby phase, both players take 1,000 damage, which is just pretty useless. It's a hand card, and that's all it is. So I guess I hope you enjoy these two new cards that will probably do nothing. Um, Yay, hands. I have to admit that I was kind of weird. I was kind of wondering why they would make like all the other Barians. Because for those who don't know, the main villains of Zexal are 7 Barian lords, and they each use one of the numbers from 101 to 107. And this is the hand archetype was like the only archetype that they used that wasn't even released into the card game to TCG or OCG. So I'm pretty happy about this. Hand cards, nice. I like them. I will definitely be making a hand deck as soon as these cards come out on DevPro, and I'll have to see how well that works out. But anyways, I guess if you liked it, you could throw me a like. You could, I don't know, comment or something. What's the other thing? Oh, you could subscribe, I guess, if you want. I'm not gonna force you, but anyways, that's the end of this, and I will see you guys in the next video.